Okay. Got a replay here from Scyla versus Anti-Kaiju. Should be good. Should be fun. Korn and Greenskins, two of the DLC factions. So I imagine people's hype about that has died down. Gala did take a pretty heavy DLC build. Two of those Skull Reapers, the ROR, Wrathmongers, Triple Blood Beast of Korn, and then Scyla Angrimfin. That one. You see him. It's a pretty straightforward Korn build. Not a lot of models there. Hyper Elite Infantry. On the other side for the Greenskins, we have the Goblins, Grimgore Ironhide to duel with the enemy lord, Snagla Grobspit with, I believe I saw his Spider summon and his net, yes. Then the Sting of Snagla, so he's actually pretty kitted out, makes him expensive. Giants, Orc Boar Biggins, including the Broken Tusk mob, and then we do have an Orc Shaman with Here We Go and Fists of Gork, some Aura Boys, and Hammer of Gork. Goblin Rock Lobber RR. Skull Reapers moving up. They are led by a Herald on his little war shrine of Korn, the Blood Bike, Motorcycle of Doom. Has lots of buffs for himself and others. In fact, he's just going to break the Goblin front lines quickly. Scyla brought his Mortis engine, but also his Rampage / Explosion. See if he uses that on his Goblins. I think it still does a lot of damage, but I don't remember. Looks like he's going to get netted by Grobspit. There's not a lot of follow-up to that, though. The Herald is distracting one of the two archers. Boarboy Biggins charging into these Blood Beasts of Korn. Should get some decent damage down there. We'll see, as the Marauders are already running, but the Skull Reapers are here to do some good damage. Scyla gets a rampage down onto Grimgore, while also getting rid of his Goblin supports. Now Grimgore is surrounded by the Bloodwake Berserker Wrathmongers and Scyla. So he's probably going to want to get the hell out of here as fast as possible, as the Giant also runs in to help out Grimgore a little bit. Korn is blitzing through the front line of the Greenskins. The only thing that they should be concerned about is the Cav superiority of the Greenskins. There is a lot of Boarboy Biggins. We can see they're already doing good damage to the Blood Beasts of Korn. These other ones are trying to close in, get rear charges onto the Skull Reapers and Blood Beasts, push them away. Also for Korn, they did get half health off Grimgore, but I'll be honest, Bloodwake Berserkers didn't kill him as quickly as I had thought, and then that was terrible for them. The Sting of Snagla did a lot of damage down the side, and then a charge in from the Broken Tusk mob. These Bloodwake Berserkers are in a bit of trouble. Scyla's sniping out an Orc Shaman just before Orc Boar Boys coming in peel. There's a lot of them, good mass, so they'll be able to stop this. Tormentor Sword tries to lock this guy down. Does Scyla have it? Who has the Tormentor Sword? Herald of Korn has the Tormentor Sword? Oh, yeah, that came out with the patch. Okay, yeah. Good net there, but still, this is an awful lot of Boarboy Biggins for that Herald to try and path through. But in comes the Sword of Korn. Looks like he's gonna force the Greenskins into a bad situation. Yeah, either they bail out or they take a Sword of Korn. They took the Sword of Korn. The Bloodwake Berserker Wrathmongers are killed off by Grimgore and the Giant plus his boys. It looks like the Sword of Korn did sufficient damage to maybe free up these Korn characters. No, it's not enough. They're still locked in a whole bunch of Pig Cav. With an Here We Go over the top, lots of melee attack, and Grimgore is here as well. Okay, that's too much. That's too many stats. Grimgore doesn't need that many stats. It's a little over-eager here from the Greenskins. Elsewhere, that's not this fight, just checking in on things. We do still have two Skull Reapers at around half HP if you average them. Some Blood Beasts, some more Marauders. They've run off most of the Greenskin stuff that isn't a part of this fight, but the Herald of Korn is losing leadership. Demonic Stability crumbles for a little bit, then he rallies. And Scyla's going to chase off the Orc Shaman, so no more spells for the Greenskins. Greenskin should have a second Waw here soon enough. They're going to have to use it appropriately, though. They can't just pop it. They're going to need to use it while Goblins and Orc Boar Boys are in combat with these Skull Reapers. So, like, now-ish could be a good time. But if they use it while they're doing a reset, like certain units are just trying to get back in the fight or something, that shouldn't be largely wasted. Broken Tusk mob did not do as well in that charge versus the Blood Beasts as I would have thought. They're getting shit-canned right now, not getting a lot of damage in return, which is pretty bad. Okay. Broken Chest Mob are gone. Spider Hatchling Summon is out, and it's already close to routing. 1 leadership. Yep, it already routes. The Herald of Khorne is running off some Boar Boy Biggins to be useful while also healing himself up and staying safe. All these various Skull Reapers try and hurt Mighty Grimgor. Pops Git Snick to get rid of these guys, but he's having trouble swinging at anything. He just kind of keeps turning around and around. Needs to find a target and hurry up about it. Orc Shaman has successfully run off. We have some Boar Boy Biggins that can technically come back, though it looks like Scyla is going to make sure they don't. Oh. Routing again. Okay, what's happening over here? Snagla and some Spider Hatchlings are trying to ambush the Skull Reapers. I don't imagine that'll go great for Snagla, especially as more Marauders hop in. So yeah, those Spider Hatchlings are going to get routing. And as we have Khorne cleaning up the edges of the field, I'm going to fast forward briefly. Dun, 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 dun. Spider Hatchlings just holding those guys off. Skull Reapers get attacked by Snagla. But Snagla might be in for more than he bargained for. He's taken several hundred HP for this and starts to back off as the Boar Boys, Giant, and Grimgor come in. I agree with the balance of power. It's a pretty even game. I might even say it's like pure even. This says it's slightly Khorne favored, but I'm not fully sure. Depends on how well the Giant does versus Skull Reapers. For now, it looks like he's doing fine, but the Herald isn't going to be able to really offer too much support without getting caught. And Grimgor and the Giant are very good at dueling. Scyla jumps in. Sting of Snagla hurts him, but man, the charge on those Spider Hatchlings took them right out of this game. In comes the Orc Boar Boy Biggins. I think they're trying to hit Scyla while he was stinged, but I honestly wish the sting had maybe targeted the Blood Beasts of Khorne. That could have made it easier, because the Boar Boys are going to have a hard time getting to Scyla. Since there's Blood Beasts in their way, they won't be able to saturate that well. But Grimgor and the Giant are here, and if they can kill off Scyla, they have a good chance in this game. There's not a lot of Skull Reapers left. There's not a lot of anything left, really. Onfengrim is going to have to do some serious carrying with that 606 melee weapon strength. In goes the Herald of Khorne, and he gets netted in place. Beautiful net here by the Greenskins as Grimgor hops in, gets a couple chops off. Snagla is trying to make sure that nothing untoward happens, and Grimgor turns to face the music as Scyla's coming in. I imagine we'll have a Rampage here soon. So Grimgor did pop his Git Snick buff before getting Rampage. That would stop him from doing any of that. Gets another good shot onto the Herald of Khorne. Where is the Rampage making them target? It's hard to tell, but Snagla routes, leaving the Giant and Grimgor all alone. Very low health bars on the Khorne units here, but very good HP at the same time. But the Giant is not to be moved. Git Snick's just wearing off of Grimgor now, but Onfengrim might also be leaving us shortly. I see attack orders, move orders to get away. And Grimgor and the Giant need to keep swinging. Grimgor is getting whittled down, being surrounded by these blood beasts and all that. Scyla does get another charge back in. Grimgor hasn't managed to hit him just yet, but he's hitting Grimgor. The leadership's getting dangerously low. Blood-forged armor gets Grimgor out of a bad situation, but his stats are reduced due to how exhausted he is. No Greenskin support will be coming. There are more Blood Beasts. Khorne pulls further ahead on the balance of power, and if Grimgor routes, that is probably just it. The Giant's leadership won't suffer that much, but just I don't think a Giant can kill all this stuff. Army losses takes care of him instead, though Grimgor did get one last shot on Onfengrim. The new Khorne infantry did quite well for itself there. The Blood Beast did fine. It might be, I think it's supposed to be Scyla, but I like Scyla. Anyway, Scyla got 1600 values, pretty good. Grimgor did well. Snagla did okay. Basic goblins got crumped by Khorne pretty easily. The Giant did well. The Orc Aura Boys didn't have a lot of time to shoot. Orc Boar Boy Biggins did fine, and the Hammer Gork unfortunately struggled quite a lot. GG. Roar. Subscribe, yes, yes.